Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I sure am. So today I bring you a list of all items, and when I mean items I mean PALS, I mean mounts, skins, I mean artifact skins, I mean all that good stuff that's really gonna make you a lot more powerful, that have not yet been put into the game for our version of it and have done so in other versions like Chinese servers, or in this case that are not even in the Japanese servers yet, right? So for example in this case they are talking about the cactus, although this one is for us. And it says a cactus looks exactly like a dog. I mean, I'm gonna be frank with you guys, this is translated by Google Translate, so a lot of stuff is probably a little bit wrong. But we got the ginger man here, which is insane. Boss damage dealt increased by 30%, but you also receive 10% less damage from the boss. Where do I sign up, man? This is insane. How do I get this? I mean, I don't know where that's going to be showing up, but we also got the dragon here. It's a different version of the dragon, increasing the evasion by 5%. We might be getting different versions of these items, to be fair, because this one is pretty underwhelming. We got this same dragon, but with different stats right now in the game, I think. So we go to pets right here. We can see, what does this one do for us? I think it increases the crit damage bonus by 20%. Yeah, it doesn't do the same thing. So maybe that's just, yeah, different versions of the game in different regions. So maybe we don't get actually the same things, but nonetheless, we got a bit of well, we can see some of them might actually be exactly the same. Like, for example, the rabbit here, critical plus 5%, so more crit chance. And then we have the chance to stun the target, throw them up in the air. That's exactly the same as we got already in our servers, right? So damage dealt to all enemies plus 6%. I mean, that's pretty okay. It's just a very aggressive option. That's 6% flat and more damage. But we've probably got better options than that, not gonna lie. Then we also got appearances, or whatever you might call it, skins for your character. This one increases your physical strength by 1%, so probably your health. That's what it says. I think that's what it translates. Physical strength is health in the Google Translate version thing. It looks pretty cool, to be fair. We got extra attack 1%. I don't know what this even looks like. Probably something, I don't even know what culture that comes from, to be fair. And then this comes with the merit system, physical strength, so more strength, probably just health, 1% more health. This one comes with another event, attack multiplication. So I think we already got this one, actually. Yeah, we got this one, but it looks pretty damn ridiculous on the little mushroom. It looks a lot more mighty and powerful when you got a bit more of a grown-up mushroom right there. But there we go. We got 1% more attack. We already have this one. Then we also have other mounts we have the race car already. We know this one increases our health by 10%, and it summons the vehicle every 10 seconds, dealing a bunch of damage to all the targets in the area. Alright, so we already have this one. What about the rainbow coral slime? Health, 10% more health basically, and this is the equipment effect. So when the health falls below 10%, attacks increase by 50%. When the health falls below 6%, we get a shield for 10%. And then when our health drops below 30%, we receive 50% less damage for 10 seconds. So yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. 50% more damage, we get a shield for 10% of our max HP, and then we take 50% reduced damage. That's a pretty all-rounder mount, but probably not the best one, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's okay. So we also got the Christmas late. I mean, we can probably expect this one to come pretty late if we are watching this video right now, when it is actually April still. So yeah, after the battle starts, you will acquire one of the following effects randomly every 10 seconds, and it will also increase our defense by 10%. Not the greatest bonus, but not too bad. Okay, well, let's see what this is. Purification and interference ignoring effects last for 4 seconds. So I'm guessing you just don't get stunned. That's what it means, probably. Not stunned, unable to be stunned for 4 seconds. This is pretty strong if it just hits the timing. 50% increased attack during those 4 seconds, pretty damn strong. Increased critical hit and skill critical hit by 20%, very strong. And 10% of your max HP recovered. This is a very strong mount, not gonna lie. This is very strong. Of course, if you get the right stat at the right time, it's gonna be much better. Of course, you would rather get the increased attack or the increased critical strike probably every time. But I mean, the ignore stun can just save you and make you just become basically win you the game if you do it, if you just get lucky. 10% health recovery, I mean, it's nice, but not the best. What about this one? 10% more HP multiplication. Okay. I don't know if the translation is different or whatever, but purifying ignore interference every 10 seconds lasts for 1 second, so you can just get immunity to stuns every 1 second. That's what I'm saying, or I'm guessing. And then 20% more attack and defense, and 15% damage reduction effect decreased by 1.5 every second. So 1/5 of the effect is gone, and then you just get this back. It's probably gonna be like going up and down, right? I'm assuming this is gonna be like every 10 seconds you get the effect back and then it decreases, or maybe just like you got that from the start and then it goes down, and after 5 seconds you just don't have any of the effect. Nonetheless, I mean, it's a pretty strong start. I mean, most fights just end in a matter of seconds, so maybe that very strong get-go, especially if you have that immunity to the stun, like early on just got that immunity to dazzled, you're just gonna be able to survive that because of this. Maybe this is actually insane, I'm not too sure, but I think this one could actually be very, very strong. The Dragon of Fiery, this is insane, it looks so damn cool, god damn. What does it say here? So, 10% more HP, multiplication, whatever. Now, deals 600% area damage every 10 seconds and burns the target, so some AoE damage. That's quite some damage, to be fair. The burning deals damage at 40% attack power per second, up to 3 times, continuing until the end of the battle, up to 120% each. Okay, so it can stack up whenever you are doing this. You can stack up the burn, apparently. And then increasing your own attack and defense and damage reduction by 4% each time the effect is activated up to 3 times. So whenever you are breathing the fire, you're also increasing your stats by 4% up to 12%. So that's, yeah, basically 3 stacks for the burn, 3 stacks for the increased stats, and then the first time is activated immediately after the battle starts. So you just get that every 10 seconds, at 30 seconds you got all the stats. This is actually pretty strong, to be fair. You do quite some damage and you get a lot of stats. Now that's pretty strong, and also the burn is pretty good. And then we got the Crescent Moon. Physical strength, so 10% more health. When you receive fatal damage, you become immune to death for 3 seconds. As soon as the immunity ends, you will recover 10% of your maximum health. Okay, this is insane, actually. You just get another cheat death. This is insane for basically everything, not gonna lie. So basically you could like get another clone within those 3 seconds. You don't actually die, you also heal back up, so you could like keep going if you had some healing or something. This is an insane mount, not gonna lie. Then we also have these weapon appearances or artifact appearances, artifact skins. Let's see what they do. So 10% damage reduction on this one. Deals 1000 area damage every 5 seconds. That's not bad. And we already got this one on our server. We got the random skill activated every 20 seconds, so you can get the double clone. Very strong weapon if you don't have it yet. I mean, this is insane. Then we also got this one, the Gatling gun. We got the 10% more attack, as well as firing 1 to 5 additional bullets doing normal attacks. Continuous attacks, or basically combos and counters. This is insane for archers, by the way. This is a very strong weapon for archers, and every bullet gives an additional 10% attack power, so they basically just does a lot more damage. This is a very, very strong skin if you don't have it as an archer. You should definitely try and get it. Dragon's Breath, 10% more attack. Every time you activate a skill or activate a normal attack, combos or counter attacks, 8 times, deal every damage up to 100% of the previous damage. There's a 50% chance to cause the target to bleed and deal 40% attack damage per second duration during the durating, or however you want to call that, for 5 seconds. So it doesn't, that's actually true damage, so it actually ignores defense and all that stuff. So you can apply a bleed and deal, yeah, you can just apply that bleed and deal some AoE damage. So this is pretty good, actually. I mean, that bleed is pretty decent, and it can just go through all defenses, so this is actually pretty strong. But maybe not the strongest weapon ever. Now let's go to the next one. Deals area damage equal to 1000% of normal attack every 10 seconds, and dazzles the enemy within the area for 1 second. So this is straight up just an upgrade for this one, right? This is every 5 seconds, this is every 10 seconds, but it also stuns the target. I mean, that stun is really damn valuable. And also increases the attack by 10%. So this is insane. I mean, maybe not insane, but this is pretty strong, to be fair. Then we also got this one already. Deals 1000 area damage of normal attacks every 11 seconds and leaves the target confused. So confusion is a stat where every time you attack, whatever that is, combo or normal attack or counter, 20% of your normal attack deals damage to yourself. So just like in Pokemon, you will basically attack yourself for a little amount of the damage you're dealing. So yeah, this is actually pretty damn strong, because that 20% of your normal attacks dealing damage to yourself will actually deal a lot of damage to you, to be fair. Nonetheless, we got some more back decorations right here as well. 10% more health for this one. Deals 3000% area skill damage and 3% maximum health damage to the target every 11 seconds at the start of the battle. So that is quite some damage. Then there is a 60% chance that this effect will be activated again, dealing the same amount of damage, and then 1% damage to the maximum. So instead of 3, it's 4. And then there is a continuous activation probability of 20% for each consecutive activation, which will continue until the end of the battle. Returns to 60% when it drops to 0. So it will increase the chances of it happening again. It will just happen again and again and again and again and again, basically every 11 seconds. Okay, so that's not too bad. Chances if it will activate again. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like every 11 seconds there will be a chance that it happens twice. Actually, no. Okay, so it might happen every 11 seconds. It will happen once. 60% chance that it happens twice, and then it will be like 40%, 20%, and 0%. Okay, I see how it is. I mean, that could be a lot of damage. It's 3,000 area damage. That is a lot of damage. This could actually be like a one-shot weapon. This one looks pretty damn fun, to be fair. I like this one. It's very aggressive and also pretty just RNG. Frost Phoenix. So 10% more health, and when damage received at once is greater than 1% of your maximum health, reduce the damage by 8%. So it scales up. If you get hit by more than 5% of the time, you reduce that by 30%. Really, really defensive set of wings right here. 2% is 60%. So basically reduce all the damage you get, you take by a big amount and a higher amount depending on how much damage you take. This is pretty damn strong, but very defensive. Usually the offensive options are a lot better. Defense also 10% more defense, and this one will deal 800% area damage every 11 seconds and increasing the target's damage taken by 3%. Continues until the end of the battle, overlaps at 3 times, maximum 9%, so increasing the damage taken by 9%. Activates once immediately at the start of the battle, so it can overlap up to 3 times, so it will just keep applying. It will do 1, 2, 3, and at 3 stacks you will be able to deal 9% more damage to the enemy. Not bad, 9% more damage is actually a lot, and the AoE is pretty decent, so this is not a bad option. This is a decent set of wings as well. And then the last one right here, we got physical strength, so basically 10% more health. And then the effect is deals area bleeding damage at 200% of normal attack damage 5 times in a row every 11 seconds. So ignoring damage resistance, okay. Each activation has a 50% chance of dealing damage equal to 1.5% of the opponent's maximum HP. So it's gonna do it 5 times in a row, each time having a 50% chance of dealing this much of the enemy's HP. And it will activate immediately. So this is going to be obtainable from the Egg Hunt limited. I mean, this one, Egg Hunt sounds like something that we should have gotten in Easter, but I don't think we got this one yet. So, but yeah, this one seems pretty aggressive. Not gonna lie, this is a lot of health. You can actually proc this a lot, and that is a very aggressive option. 5 times this is quite good. To be fair, that is like 7.5% of maximum HP on the enemy. But the normal attack damage here is not that great, although it does ignore the damage resistances on the enemy. So, nonetheless, yeah, a whole lot of stuff. This is just some random information. Normal, I don't even know why. Yeah, this is just pointing out that in Japan they don't actually have the broom, and they also don't have this thing. Cactus instead of... Okay, so they have the Shiba Inu instead of the cactus in Japan, right? So that's why they don't have the cactus. The cactus is only... it's actually not present in Japan. Nonetheless, these are not all the weapon appearances, skins, PALS, all of that. These are not all the ones we don't have. These are only the ones that there are not yet in Japan. We will eventually get them in our servers, or maybe we won't. We don't really know. But there is obviously a chance that we actually eventually get them. So hopefully you get an idea of what you might be wanting to try and get. But yeah, hopefully it's just exciting stuff that will eventually happen for us in the game. Now, if you before you go, excuse my throat is pretty damn done after talking for so much, but if you're not yet using Apptoid, you should definitely be doing so and trying to do so. It's basically going to be allowing you to just get more value for your money. Whenever you are playing the Legend of Mushroom or any other Android game within Apptoid, you will be able to earn extra bonuses whenever you make the purchases, and those bonuses can scale all the way up from 10% to 35%. So you can use those bonuses then after doing the purchases. Once you have unlocked them, you can use them to make the purchases for you. So you just basically get a bit of a cashback every time you make a purchase, and you are able to use that cashback to make the purchases for you without spending your real money. You're basically just getting discounts in further purchases. You can call it however you want, extra value for your money. It's all just the same. You get more for the same amount of money. It's pretty damn simple. There's going to be a guide down there in the description on how to set it all up. It takes no more than 5 minutes. It works on Android devices as well as on an emulator on your PC. There's guides on how to set it up in either of those options. And then if you use my code, it's going to be on the screen as well as down in the description. You can increase the bonus by a flat 5% from the get-go, so you can start earning even higher bonuses. If there's active events, that bonus will increase, as well as if you unlock higher tiers of the bonus by accumulating more and more purchases, you will eventually be able to earn a massive bonus when making purchases and just be able to get those pesky rewards from the gachas in less pools if that's what you're really trying to get to. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you got any questions about anything down below in the comment section. I'll try to help you out. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, see ya.